There we go. There we go. James is
ready
back
for
in the
this?
building. So you're gonna be James you're live on that channel and you're live here in the building. Now you're starting yours about 15 minutes, right?
I just kicked it off just now, so we are live on both.
All right, we are kicking, and Retro Dude just rocking and rolling in. Guys, gonna be excited, but we have one more person joining us, guys, and you best guessed it. It's Gamer Fridge. Let's go, dude.
What's going on?
What is up, man? Are you excited for this New Wave Toys reveal? Do you have any New Wave Toys products?
Yeah, I have that keychain thing and the little jukebox.
Okay, that's cool. You should wear that on stream then, dude.
Oh, it's back here. It's back here. See, it's hanging.
Okay, it's hanging. It's chilling. Right. I see it right back there. Yep. Right.
The Pac-Man's got it on right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's dope. Okay, so James from the Pitcher. Now we have the website rolling. We got the email box going. We're refreshing. Chat, help us out, dude. We got 28 people in the building here, at least on this stream. I'm sure there's some people over at James Hates Everything's channel. Keep refreshing
cool because I didn't know which one to watch.
We can watch both now.
And now I can watch both.
I can scroll through. If I go to your James, if I go to your tab. Now, James, you're a little blocky on yours. I don't know if you'll get that straightened out.
It looks better in this one.
Yeah, I can hear it struggling on this. StreamYard is having a conniption fit.
Everybody's streaming right now. Everybody's
going live for this breaking news, guys. So this is kind of like the pre-party here, guys. The announcement is for 4:00 Central. So I don't know what location everybody's at in the world here, but Central Time, 4 p.m. We're going to be refreshing our browsers. Chat, help us out. Guys in the building, what do you guys think it is at the end of the day? I mean, we kind of had some pre-show talk here that it was going to be, we're thinking is what the mini, their New Wave Toys scale Golden Tee, but it's going to be Golden Tee 4. Is that what we're thinking?
I thought it was foosball.
Target talk,
that's
right?
definitely what I was thinking.
Awesome.
or Silver Strike.
Silver Strike. Let's go with Silver Strike. Let's start that rumor right now.
Going.
That would be dope. Either way, I think either way we'll be excited. Something new, something different. And normally people that tune in to here at this channel, we talk about mainly Arcade 1-Up. So it's kind of interesting to see a different company here bring some flavor. I'm not normally home for these type of announcements, so it's kind of cool to get a sneak peek here. But guys, we do have the website. We are ready to rock and roll whenever this thing drops. We're gonna be scrolling and seeing what we can and see if it gets posted. I mean, right now New Wave Toys is pretty successful with what they do. They have everything sold out besides these like mini jukeboxy things. If you go up here arcade wise, they just have Berserk, and $200 is out of my price point if we're talking a miniature scale. And James, we talked about this. I mean, $75 for these things, and I'll pick one up just for the hell of it. But when we're talking $200, I mean, I'm $100 away from getting a 1-Up at this point. So that's it's a big difference, at least in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it looks like somebody has leaked the price. $250 for the replicate and $250 for a control deck, if that's accurate.
Okay, James, can you bring it up on this screen?
$500, the same prices. Yeah.
Yeah, Kato's thinking it's a keychain. That's funny. Stupid Fab, it says, last time something similar like this happened, we all sat for 2 hours for IRK to reveal Lethal Enforcers. Hope it doesn't go as long as that. Wait, IRK had Lethal Enforcers?
No, wait, we're still waiting for that then.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh man, that is funny.
Because they never did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they ever did that.
No, they didn't do that.
James, do you have any, like, when you say leaked price, where's that from?
So I guess it's coming from Kevgret. So Carl O put on here, it's a Golden Tee X replicate, has the UPC number, says it's a fully playable 1/6 scale replica of the original Golden Tee 3D arcade machine, originally released in arcades in 1995. Well, that would make it the exact same version as Arcade 1-Up. But clearly the version that they use the silhouette of has the tournament LED across the top. and that would be
Yeah.
Golden Tee 4. If this is Golden Tee 3D, that's going to be a huge disappointment. And Carlo says it's $24.99 or $249.99.
It's insane. Like, you're literally, so if that's the case, guys, you know, you're gonna combine the two because you're not gonna, what are you gonna roll that little trackball? Like, if that's even playable. So you're gonna spend $500. I mean, that is arcade one up all day. And I hate that I'm the one that's saying that, but I mean, guys, between the two, what would you pick? I mean, the small and you can play it on the TV, or are you just gonna go 3/4 scale?
Yeah, 3/4 scale, no doubt.
Yeah.
How much was your Golden Tee that you got?
Well, I purchased it and James purchased it too. I think it's
mine is
$4.99 plus
$4.99.
tax, $5.30. Yeah.
Yep.
So is it just one game?
No, you get
It's 8.
You get,
so you get six versions of Golden Tee, and then Shuffle Shot and a bowling one, which isn't Silver Strike.
So that's the arcade one up. What about this one?
It sounds like it's the one game. I would hope that it has Silver Strike, or that, you know, my theory was
Silver Strike. It's all bets are off. Yeah.
Yeah, my theory was New Wave Toys always releases 2 cabs, right? You know, you had your Berserk and your Frenzy, you had your Ghosts and Goblins and Super Ghouls and Ghosts, that maybe they would do a Golden Tee 4 and a Silver Strike, so you could buy it twice, right? So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, that's
if Silver Strike's involved, then they're going to sell a ton of that.
Oh yeah,
that's what every after seeing P-Dubs play that, I'm all in on that game.
Oh yeah.
Hey, real
Strike
quick, guys.
awesome.
100%, Jay. Like, that looks dope. And I had a whole stream about this. I'm like, it's so realistic when you hit the pins. It feels real. It's just unbelievable. Guys, on this stream here, JL says link is on the New Wave Toys Reddit. So if someone has New Wave Toys Reddit, drop a link to me. I'll put it on here and we can kind of see what's going on. Jay, it can't be online though. So like, I think Incredible Technologies like owns that internet right for the real arcade to make sure that, because, you know, there are people that have like the real Golden Tee that have to pay for that subscription. So Arcade 1UP can't put Golden Tee online. No other company, to my knowledge, can put Golden Tee online.
What if New Wave Toys worked with them to get theirs online?
Like, and they paid like you'd have to pay a subscription or something fee. I mean, that I don't know, that could be possible. That could be cool. Gives you a chance to not have a $3,000 machine to play online with. But
there you go.
Well, you got to think on their end, they're getting residual income if that happens, because they're getting a yearly from just a little box. What do they care where the money's coming from?
Yeah, that's what I would think. Like, why not?
Danny,
you know,
just dropped the link in your.
Let's see that.
Oh, I just dropped
okay. Looks like we got some.
Check it out. It's up on my stream,
guys.
Right
Looks
now.
like we got some breaking news. All right, hold on. Let me pull this up here, guys.
There it is. How big?
It is like they said. It's the Golden Tee 3D.
Wow, that stuttered.
We're pushing all cylinders, guys, but
we're killing the internet.
Yeah, here it is. We are killing the internet. We got it live and in the building. Let's wow, look at that thing. Let's take a look here. God, look at this thing. It's so tiny. Look at it. It looks so cool.
What?
So it does have that little LED, which is awesome.
Yeah, that light up marquee.
Okay, let's take a look here. So there are multiple games, right?
Ooh,
so let's take a look here. Yeah. We'll take a look at some images, guys, so you can see this. That looks so funny, dude. Oh my god.
Vote for the production marquee.
Yep, it's got the same. Looks like it's got the same 6 games that are on the Arcade 1UP.
Okay.
So you got the Golden Tee 3D, Golden Tee 97, 98, 99, 2K, and Golden Tee Classic.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Let's take a read here. It says vote for the production marquee.
Yeah.
So a survey will be sent to everybody who pre-orders by the end of the pre-order period, and that's what marquee is going to go on. Interesting. So you got 6 options to choose from here. Golden Tee DMD Topper. says will include a 1/6 scale first generation tournament play DMD topper featuring customizable red marquee messaging.
You can put the little mini coins in it to start it up, it says.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it will have the mini coin feature, like you said. It's got that simulated CRT, the 2.0 version.
Wow.
All the dip switches, miniature control panel, plug and play HD TV, and USB controller connectivity optimized for real arcade trackball stick.
Okay, that's where Glenn's probably coming in.
Yeah.
I bet you he's got a deck ready.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool stuff. Guys, are you excited? Like, this is something different. I think this is hilarious. Like, look at this little thing. It looks so funny, dude.
Wow,
I know this is New Wave Toys, but it looks like, we're used to seeing. I'm used to seeing this. I'm not used to seeing like Golden Tee so tiny. It's so funny. Darren King's like,
looks like it's going to come with a mini dollar bill, just like the Coke machines.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So Gallagher guy saying it's a total letdown. Did you guys think it was a 3/4 scale? Because from right when they showed the silhouette, I knew right away it was going to be a small little thing. I mean, this is what New Wave Toys does. And again, to stress it, that Shiloh has stated he does not want to make 3/4 scale, which I think Shiloh, love to have you on. I think that's a big swing and miss. But what do I know? I don't own a business like you do. So I think he said he wanted to release like a real size, and I get it. The man's like 7 feet tall, so a 3/4 scale to him is, I don't know, but
like, this is like for somebody tall. What the heck? This is using the palm of your hand. What the?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, and that's where Glenn's control deck here. If anybody's got that breaking news coming through, that should roll in any time now. Rascal loves it. He says, "LFG, let's go." Julio Hernandez says, "Arcade What Up should do reveals like New Wave Toys does." 100%, man. They don't do anything.
Yeah,
they just let the retailers reveal it.
Leak it. They don't even let them leak it by a price change or.
Carl O makes a good point, right? He says he's got all these games on his ALU pass. So now you got this on every single home arcade product. You got it on At Games, you got it on New Wave Toys and Arcade 1-Up.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, it's $250 for this. Guys, I got to be honest with you. This is cool, okay? But now you guys can see the picture. Let's scroll down, see some of the other pictures. This is $75 cool. Like, this, maybe 99. Maybe 99. Yeah, like that's it. Like, that's it. It's not $250 cool. I don't, just me. Chat, what do you think, guys? What do you think? Like, it's just a little too much.
Now, if it comes with Glenn's deck, now I'm thinking what Glenn showed on his show might be true, because he showed it as a table. He's making a stand. Like, probably there's a slot for this machine to put in there, and then he's got a large size roll ball. I mean, I'm waiting on his iArcade deck right now, and that has a roll ball on there. But so I don't understand what Glenn hasn't done if he did anything with this. If this is it.
I think it's the larger trackball, maybe, and the fact that it's a USB device as opposed to
he has a USB one, maybe? No, he has a USB kit he sells for joysticks. Yeah, he's got
but are his trackballs USB or?
I think it hooks right into that. I don't know. That's a stretch.
Yeah,
we added USB. I don't know. This is kind of.
It's just got to be the fact that it's 3 inches is the only thing I can think of.
Oh, he put a marble in there?
Yeah, I mean, you can see that little trackball. I wonder if that...
At least on the prototype, it's missing the side art.
It's missing the little bump.
Like, the prototype. So in the description, it'll say...
logo's not on there.
Yeah, it'll say in the description that there's going to be some side art. So I'm assuming that this was like a prototype unit, but you can see that little trackball. Like, does that move? Like, that would kind of be funny. I'm not going to lie.
And how good is it, though? How good is the trackball? That's really what we want to know.
Okay. Yeah, so Thor KC says, totally disagree, Danny. I would much rather have
will
this
you hit your hand?
on the screen.
You're gonna smack your hand 100%. Yeah, James hates everything. He's gonna
James,
take this thing out.
You're gonna buy this, and I want you to do that first thing and watch it go across the room.
That's funny.
I'll totally do a review and I'll hit it,
and it smashes
right
and
off the desk.
And then watch it like do a close up of it smashing in the wall.
Oh, hey, Thor KC comes up with a good point here. Maybe they're gonna pick the side art once they pick the marquee topper. That could be a thing. It didn't say that in the description. I think it's kind of cool that they're letting the community vote. I think it'd be even cooler if you could just swap them in and you could put your own. Because I wouldn't want I think like the golden
cool.
T. Yeah, I think the golden T2K one looks kind of stupid, but somebody else could think it looks great.
It with stickers for all of them, right? So you get the marquee, like you said, that you can slide in and out, and then give us side stickers that we can choose which sticker we want on the side. Give us all
that would be
marquees
cool.
and this.
What's the point of the LED on top, though?
Well, the real arcade had that, didn't it?
It did in the tournament edition. I don't remember it having it on these old versions, but you don't see the old version very often. The Golden T4 had it, and it would say tournament, and that's where you had all the tournament information when you were playing cross play with other bars and stuff.
Yeah.
As a rechargeable battery.
We still got to see Glenn's deck.
Is that what we're waiting on now?
Yeah, we're waiting on that now.
So is that Friday? Or is that today?
No, it should be soon, right? Today? James,
yeah, I would think it's part of this because I would think you would order at the same place, but
we're gonna keep searching around. Chat, help us out. I think this thing looks so funny. Like in a good way. Like it's cute. It's really funny looking.
So people who buy these, I know like Nerd Lounge Master Todd from our group, he buys everything they make. So I'm just curious. I mean, people buy these just to collect them.
Yeah.
Even if they keep them in the box, so I can see them selling them. I don't think they're gonna have a hard time selling them. I just don't get into like golf. So golf ain't my thing. So unless we're playing Walkabout Golf on VR,
or shuffle golf. Was that your thing? Do you remember that?
Is that the foosball?
Yeah, James revealed tonight.
Jay, don't you remember the product that went through?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
and then it even got funded, and then they canceled it.
Oh, shuffle golf! I hate that thing.
Yeah.
Now he's like, oh, he just hit it. He just hit himself in the head. Oh yeah. Now.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Gamer Fridge, wake up! It's 4 o'clock afternoon. Let's go, dude.
Dude, I've already done 3 streams, and I'm up 2 in the morning. So.
Okay, I think at the end of the day, I think a lot of people hope for a 3/4 scale, but we're getting this. I mean, this is what New Wave Toys is, guys, so it adds to the collection. We'll have to see what Glenn's stick, if they're able to play it on the TV or something. I still am in the camp of I'm going with the arcade 1-up version.
Anything.
Yeah, I'm going with the arcade 1-up version. You're gonna get bowling, little shuffle shot action too with that. I think we went ahead and made the safe purchase here.
Yeah.
So it says here that only the left coin slot accepts coins, and the right coin slot is a free play button. So that's how you'll ring up credits if you don't want to put the coin in.
I guess that's kind of nice because that'd be kind of annoying trying to put the coin in.
Yeah.
I'm going on Glenn's website now, see if he's got anything.
Yeah, take a look around, guys. This is a simulcast. We're live in the building, dude. Instead of doing different streams, we're like, hey, everybody, get in together here. So Zero Redux says, other than design accuracy, what is the most unique feature? I guess I'll start. We'll go me and then down to you, James. I think the form factors always that looks really spot on cool. I think obviously the DMD display on top. I like that little dollar bill coin, that's straight from the Coke machines that they were doing. I think it looks cool. It looks funny. I can't get the words. I want to laugh at it, but it's cute. I want to put it on my desk. I think that'd be pretty dope. Gamer Fridge, what about you, man?
I mean, I think it's cool that it takes the coins. I mean, that's kind of cool. Is that the only way you're going to be able to start it? Or you said the free plays on the right side, right?
Yeah, the free plays on the right hand side. Yeah.
So you just got to hit that. I mean, I mean, if I just want to see somebody play this. It looks kind of ridiculous, to be honest. I'm gonna play golf on this little marble. Now, if Glenn's deck makes this so your big screen and stuff like that, probably for people who have small apartments and stuff like that, and they don't want to have like what you bought or the XL of the the Golden Tee, it's a good option. With Glenn's deck, what did you say the price was with Glenn's deck?
The rumor is it's another 250, but I guess
So it's
we'll have to
500?
confirm that. Yeah, 500 total, which is the exact price of Arcade One Up New Deluxe.
Okay, so if you're not going to get a Partycade version of that, this would be the closest thing to like a Partycade version. Maybe you make your own Partycade and shove this in the back of put it on the top of a Partycade and make a deck with Glenn's deck, and then you're good to go.
You could do that. The one thing I will say, James and Gamer Fridge, is that you know what you could really do to this thing. And you talk about Golden Tee like being at a party playing with multiple people. You can slide this sumbitch in a projector and just let the party go wild. Like I think that would be really cool. That's something that Arcade One Up can't really do. Don't have an HDMI out or whatever. Like it's just on that 17-inch screen. You're kind of locked in place there. Think that would be really cool. I mean, imagine playing Golden Tee on like a 160-inch projector or something that you want to bust out for a party or something. That could be a really cool option. Play this outside, outside on a projector screen. Like that would be pretty cool. A lot more customization and possibilities.
You could stream this.
If you wanted to turn it into like a pedestal, right? And like the newer ones are, you could absolutely do that. So that's a big positive. And I'll say at least it's the right form factor, right? So they got the actual design of the cab right, like New Wave Toys always does. But I think that the general sense of like from me is somewhat disappointment that this is the same game list Arcade One Up has already released like 3 times. And with all the hype, and I don't know how much of this is, other people in the community hyping us up on them doing a full scale cab that kind of led this way. I think the 1/6 scale with the games we've all got on different devices already, it is somewhat of a letdown. But at the same time, everything New Wave Toys does is first class, and everything Glenn does is awesome. So like you said, having that full size control deck of Glenn's and being able to take the HDMI out on this and plug it up to any TV or projector is a great value add, in my opinion. Obviously, you can't do that with Arcade One Ups because they don't want to add that, $5 HDMI out on any of theirs.
Yeah, we add that feature. So
yeah, chat. I mean, I'm hearing mixed reactions here. Vic Vicious says, "I wish we had exciting news like this for new Arcade One Ups this year, but this just isn't for me." So,
yeah,
I know Golden Tee's kind of wash, rinse, and repeat. Again, I'm excited for the Golden Tee that we're going to be getting because we don't have a Golden Tee. It's a new arcade, new multiple games. The bowling's fun. Yes, obviously, tenfold. I want Silver Strike bowling, but this is as close as we're going to get with the world-class bowling. Shuffle Shot's kind of just like an added feature, but all those Golden Tee games, guys, I mean, this is retro gaming. We're in a retro gaming space. So when a lot of people say, well, just get the real Golden Tee, I don't want the real Golden Tee. I want the damn retro one. This is retro gaming. Like there's no, I can play real golf on a damn VR. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go do that. I'll go get a PS5 and get Tiger Woods, EA Sports 2024. I want the shitty games. That's what makes them fun. Like it's retro gaming. That's what we have a blast at. Yeah. Like nobody's getting, the 2025 version of Dig Dug. They're getting the, the 86 version of Dig Dug or whatever that came out. Like that's what this is about for me. How about you guys? What do you guys think?
Well, first, I want to give a second to Thumper Squid because he's asking the question we are all asking and all need to know, will this come in a Smirnoff iced tea smash skin?
I mean, you could probably do a skin overland for sure.
We skin it. Somebody needs to skin that. That'd be
can you add that in the vote for which marquee? We want the Smirnoff iced tea.
Shiloh, make it happen, man. Make it happen.
Okay. I do have the deck. I'm gonna bring this down, guys. Let me go ahead and share this with
Breaking news.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that sounder's gonna be able to handle this. We can certainly try. Here, let's go, guys. Got a little breaking news for you.
$400
better.
for
Yeah,
both
that was a little
combined.
smooth. So the Golden Tee Replicate, as you guys see here. Now, if we scroll down, pre-order price right here, 20% off with Golden 35. Now, that's gonna be the code, so saves you a little bit of money. We get close to that Cornercade price point at $100. I think they should tag team this and do Cornercade May 24, like we have at GI Joel, and take another $100 off to get us to that real Cornercade price. That'd be pretty dope. We're not there yet, but if you scroll down, guys, there it is right there.
There it is. There it is.
Yep, there it is. Read them and weep. It's right
Okay,
here.
Joel.
Now,
GI, I'm going to shout out to GI Joel. We need to get the dimensions of this, and we need to make a stand for this bad boy.
now look at the stand is a lot more than I thought, guys. Look at that price.
Ooh,
$400.
So that's keep in mind that's both. So that's a bundle price.
Is
If
it?
you,
the bundle
if
price,
you get
okay.
them both, it's $399.99,
Okay,
and
that's
then
a
you
little
can
better.
get
That's
the
a little
extra
better.
20%. Yeah, 20% off. So you can get it down to $319.
Okay, that ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Let me share this for you, real guys. So if you click on that link there, now available 32 days out. Save 20% with Golden 35, which obviously everybody and their mom's going to enter that in. What do you think?
The one kid that didn't.
Yeah. So 2.8. So yeah, you want.
So I will give it to them, right? The bundle price
That's
is
legit. Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you got, if you just want the Replicate, it's going to be $250. If you want them both, it's $400. And then if you do the 20% off,
$319.
yeah, that's
Do
not
three-
bad.
That's
That's not bad.
That's
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, you get 25% off just the 1/6 scale or 20 off the bundle.
So it's a Couchcade version of Golden Tee. Basically.
There's a top-down version, guys, for you to see.
Do they have the dimensions of that?
Let me scroll through here real quick and just.
Yeah, so it's the height is 5.2 inches, width is 15.25 inches, and the depth is 10.2 inches. So it's pretty good size.
That's cool. That's cool.
Well, it's a little over a
15,
foot,
was
so
that-
maybe the size of a keyboard.
Yeah, that's a
It's all wood, 3-inch trackball, hap buttons with cherry micro switches.
Oh, you got to have the
it does
cherry
have-
micro switches, dude.
Yep, it has 2.4 gigahertz wireless, so that's interesting. I wonder what that means, right? Does that mean there's just that must mean there's a wireless dongle for the Replicade, so you don't actually have to have the Replicade like plugged directly in.
So this could be plugged into a PC then.
Yeah, potentially. It's also got a built-in battery, even for the deck. So it could, again, like you were saying, if you take it outside with a projector or something, you're
that would be cool. Yeah, you can run off
can use
Wi-Fi
it.
and yeah.
So what's the difference between like a At Games Legends deck with a trackball in it?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
It might actually, if you can just plug in USB controllers, that Legends deck may just work.
Yeah, and I have one.
That would be an interesting demo to try out.
Yeah, I'm trying to read. Okay, the trackball is a 3-inch trackball. Trying to just see any of the any info that we got on here.
I have a feeling this is also going to work with his Viper card.
No, I'm not too familiar with Glenn's product, but what's the Viper card?
He's got his own deck. He made a new deck for the iArcade, and then he's building a switcher that has so you can switch to his proprietary. It's like a Raspberry Pi, and he's calling it the Viper. So it's his own platform called the Viper, and I guarantee this deck is going to be able to plug into his Viper card, which you can put a Bobby Sarah or whatever on that. So I'm thinking he's going to have more options to plug into this, and he's going to make it so this can also work with other things than just this Golden Tee. So you can play Marble Madness or any kind of Centipede. The buttons are there for Centipede. So I'm thinking that thing could be used for more than just what you're seeing here. And so for $319, I paid $250 for his iArcade deck with 2 controllers and everything. It should be here this week. If you're just looking for trackball games, this is a really good option.
Yeah,
Cool.
Carl O says basically the same thing. He says, I'm a lot more interested in the Glen deck if we could get access to lots of trackball games, ESP golf, etc. And so, like you were saying, this would be perfect for Centipede, Marble Madness, Crystal Castles, like you name it. There's a ton of trackball games. I mean, there's 3 buttons on it, so there's enough to map to different things. If this thing works with like MAME on a PC, it definitely, you know, if you're looking for an inexpensive way to do that, and like you said, $319 gets you the deck and the ones that scale replicate. So,
yeah, that's a good option. I mean, you got to think outside the box here because Glenn is thinking outside the box with just this deck. So,
absolutely.
And if he gets this form factor might be something that he's gonna, like I said, if we get G.I. Joe to make some kind of stool or stand for this thing, and we can swap these bad boys out, that would be another option.
Couple comments here. People are saying they're adding it to the carts. People are saying shipping is $85 plus tax, another $100. Zero Redux is checking out with this thing. He said
New Wave Toys is terrible about
31.
shipping. That's one thing, they're terrible on shipping.
Yeah, that kind of stinks. Like, you know, for me, it's got to be free shipping. Like the fact of paying for shipping, just put it in the price so I can just get the illusion of free shipping then, because it's brutal. 428.31, but again, there's a little bit more customization. You can play it on a bigger TV, you know, you can play it on a projector screen or something a little different from Arcade 1-Up. Still in the camp going with Arcade 1-Up. Like Paul Miniman says here, Arcade 1-Up won't be losing any sleep tonight. And I'm gonna hit a super chat sounder here because Ezekiel's coming in hot with a little super chat.
Let's go. Definitely interesting, Paul.
I'll let give me 1 second. Ezekiel Chicago Retro Ranger coming in hot with a $4.99. He says, "What's up, everyone? Danny and Katie expect a package this Thursday." Thank you so much, man. Ezekiel, you saved my daughter's birthday. Let's just say that. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it, and we'll definitely put a community post on that. Ezekiel coming through with some swag for our daughter's 4th birthday party. So really, really cool stuff.
4. That's awesome.
The big 4, yep.
My grandson just turned 5. He wasn't happy about it for a minute. He's like, I don't want to be 5. I want to be 4. Then he took a nap. and he was fine. He's like, okay, I can be 5 now. So
kids are something else, man.
So funny.
They're definitely funny. Yeah, Darren King says, you know, offering free shipping is a huge challenge for every ecom business. I mean, Darren, I will say this, like, you know, when we I don't know if it's different from an Etsy shop that we ran, but I just, you know, instead of, you know, the product being, you know, $10 with $4.99 shipping, I just made the product $14.99 with free shipping. So same thing. It's just displayed differently. Yeah. So I mean, just you can't charge for that.
So one of the things I noticed.
Let's talk on that for a minute, because I know I'm good friends with G.I. Joe, and he's shipping out those risers, and he's telling me they are overcharging for this shipping because it's not costing them that much. It's costing about half that much to ship a heavier product. We're talking he's I don't know, you got some from him, Cornercade. Are those flat packed?
Yes. Yep.
So those are heavy. So those have some weight to it, and he's only telling me like 35. I mean, coming across, Bobby sent me this Killer Instinct. It was like 185 for a whole freaking machine from California to the other side of the state.
Yeah, so I've noticed that Glen stuff tends to ship directly from China, which could add a layer of cost, right? Because it's international shipping. And then you're probably getting the New Wave toys, the Replicates, separate in a different shipment. So you're probably paying for both the Replicate and the control panel in that $80 cost.
Yeah, and I know that the stream here is a little choppy because I think, James, you're getting a little feedback. So like in a news station, we're going to ask you a question. He's got to take like a 10-second delay in response. So just bear with us, guys. James is also streaming on his simulcasting on his channel as well. We got a ton of comments flowing in. Jamie makes up a good point here, pretty much kind of summing this up here. So for $100, you can get the deluxe instead with more games, a better form factor, for actual play, the entire package. Glenn's is awesome, and so is New Wave Toys, but this just doesn't interest me. And so you're gonna kind of did Arcade 1UP jump the gun and say, hey, shit, they're gonna come out with this. Let's just get this out right away, kind of thing, like in time for the Masters and all that jazz. And now you got some competition. But guys, at the end of the day, competition is good. Variety is good. It gets us talking. It gets Arcade 1UP to push to do more things. It gets New Wave Toys to maybe, hey, let's try something different. Let's push this out. Like, it's no matter what, I think as a consumer and a customer, we all win at the end of the day because we got options,
Oh,
somebody
absolutely.
could wait, and then maybe they want to get this because we talked about the portability of it. I can put this stuff in my car and go to my friend's house and we can play some Golden Tee. I can't do that with the 1UP. The 1UP's staying here. It's not going nowhere. Unless it's going out to the garage to sell on Facebook Marketplace.
I noticed something interesting, Danny. So I'm looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
And if you look at the one you're showing that shows both together, if you take a close look at that control deck, you have the left and right turn on the left, or club up, club down, which is typically where it is.
I see
and
that.
Then the start button on the right, and then you got all your shots at the top. But if you go look at the control deck, it's on the picture alone, it's different.
It's reversed.
The buttons are reversed.
Do you see it's reversed?
And then the instructions and the shot are in different orders.
So one must have been a prototype.
Yeah, I think they're both prototypes. The question, like,
which one's which?
Yeah, which is the one you're going to get?
One's left-handed, one's right-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird.
Specify I need the right-handed one with the instructions on the top.
That would be funny if you could do that. If you could buy separately.
It's swappable.
Andrea's saying this isn't competition. That's because Arcade 1UP got. No, I'm just kidding. It is competition. This is both home arcade products, and just like iArcade was competition, it's different. It's different varieties of essentially the same thing. That's why competition. You talk about like digital,
same market.
Yeah, if you digitally rent a movie off Amazon, or if I want to go to the last Blockbuster known to man in Oregon to get my movie, they're selling the same thing. It's competition. That's why Blockbuster went out of business, because they couldn't compete with like a Netflix or something. Do you guys know, just off topic real quick, Blockbuster had a deal in place to buy Netflix and they turned it down. Bunch of bozos.
I remember that.
Yeah. Hey, I'd rather lose my job. See ya. Like,
they did their own Netflix
for one of the worst corporate screw ups, right? You got New Coke was a big one, and then obviously
Pepsi.
Yeah,
it's basically Pepsi.
Yep, exactly. I think this thing is interesting, but the one thing I'll say people should keep in mind is that they wanted to make this announcement 5 months ago, and they couldn't because they were dealing with lawyers and legal issues around it. So
what legal issues are you going to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, that's the question. I'm sure Glenn will get into it in his show on Friday when him and Shiloh are on there, but I know that was the big disappointment for them, that they've had to wait and wait and wait to be able to share this stuff. So
I wonder if Arcade 1UP had something to do with, they had to release theirs first or something. They had exclusive rights on like being able to do it first.
Yeah, who knows?
It seems like they would, because they came out with theirs, and then the rumors were that Costco was going to come out with a larger edition, and then these guys all of a sudden are talking about one. So it's like,
yeah, I think obviously Michael B is the one that kind of spread the rumor out that New Wave Toys was talking to Costco about Golden Tee, and they were going to be their Golden Tee provider. And then Arcade 1UP said, no, we can just do Golden Tee. And so then Costco stopped talking to New Wave Toys. I think that if that's true and accurate, were they talking to Costco about a 1/6 scale Costco or Golden Tee? That seems odd that Costco would be interested in that, but who knows? Maybe that'd have been the first retailer for New Wave Toys, which would have been kind of a big deal for them.
Yeah,
it would have.
Yeah, and I saw on your stream, James, that Addicted to Arcade 1UP said it's not competition, guys. How is this not competition? It's not even a big deal. I don't even care at the end of the day. This is the same thing. You're just playing it differently. It'd be the same thing if I want McDonald's through DoorDash or I want to go pick it up myself. DoorDash has to face that competition of, am I gonna is Uber Eats gonna deliver it, or am I gonna go pick it up myself and save money, or is DoorDash gonna deliver it? It's the same thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Am I out of my mind here?
I think there's probably a ton of crossover, right? But a bunch of us have both the New Wave toys and the Arcade 1-Up. I'd imagine there's a very large segment that only does New Wave toys, and another segment that only does Arcade 1-Up. And so that's not really, they're parallel. So those people are both going to be happy.
Right. I think that I'm not a New Wave toys as far as their arcade machines. But I'm more into what Glenn's doing. I bought his deck. I'm interested in maybe making my own controllers and stuff like that, and using his deck for him to have one pre-made for this. I'm interested in, and the fact that it would be bundled with something. That's where I would be interested in it, if this thing could fit into an iArcade or a Arcade 1-Up machine.
Yep.
If you could have one perfectly drop one of these bad boys in, and with a better controller. People complain about the quality of the trackball. If you put Glenn's trackball on one of these instead of and this would work with, but I know he doesn't like to work with Arcade 1-Up, but if he can take money away from him, more power to him. But
yeah, I totally agree with you. I put Glenn's Super Stick, the Akari Warriors rotary stick, in an Arcade 1-Up project cab I'm working on. It works fantastic. Right. And those are super high quality. I mean, they are great. And so that this control deck is just going to be first class. Like, it's going to be awesome quality wise.
Yeah, you talk about the Cherry micro stitches, the buttons, like the whole 9 yards, like the trackball, quality of the wood. That's where it's at. Zero Redux had a cool comment here, which I kind of agree on. It's not because of us. It's kind of true, actually. Like, he says 2024 has been honestly the worst year for this hobby yet. If not for a cool, few YouTube cool peeps like you guys making fun content, my bags would have been packed already. And I think a lot of people lose interest. And, a lot of us, in the community through Discord, the other channels, Reddit, there's so many people that kind of keep this hobby alive for all of us in the community. And I think, it's a really cool comment. Thank you for acknowledging that we put a lot of hard work in here to have fun and bring you guys cool news and content and the whole 9 yards. And I think that is true to some fact, because we did a stream yesterday, and it's like, the retailers don't carry as much product as they used to. Everything's just winding down, and it's disappointing at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate, these are the two of the most popular companies, right? Glenn is highly respected. People love New Wave toys for what they brought us, and I think it's just a lot of people are probably disappointed right now, right? Because of the buildup. We all were expecting some sort of full size or near full size cab from them. And I think that it's less disappointment in what this is than it is disappointment in it's not a full size, right? Because I think this is going to be super high quality. My biggest disappointment is I was really hoping it was Golden Tee 4. I was going to be a day one buyer on this with that version of Golden Tee, because that's the Golden Tee I have nostalgia for, not this one. Golden Tee has to have backspin. It has to have the ability to do flyover of the course, so you know what you're looking at. That's my biggest disappointment.
Yeah, I think if you want to talk about takeaways of disappointment, I think mine would obviously be it's not a 3/4 scale, and it's not something new. I think it's really cool though. At the end of the day, what New Wave Toys does with their products, I discovered new games through them that I'm like, oh, that might be kind of cool, So, Berserk, for example, I've never played that game, and I actually saw it at the Garcade, and I started playing it, and I'm like, this is actually kind of fun for a retro game, I'm like, that's dope. So I love what they're doing over there. Not so much a miss, but maybe just not for me. 3/4 scale would have been dope. Obviously with better controls, I wouldn't have to worry about putting Cherry micro switches and IL buttons in this thing, because it'd be phenomenal. And that's, you pay that little bit more to get that stuff. But I think that's where, that would have stuck. You talk about a cube or 3/4 scale. I think the whole community is all in on that from New Wave Toys, 100%. Yeah. It's just something different that they can bring to the table, that it's not the Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, this, we've already seen this from Arcade 1UP. Arcade 1UP has already kind of milked this, for lack of a better word. So, it's not really that exciting. I think it's cool. There's mixed reactions at the end of the day. I think it's cool that, Glenn's here with this control panel, that they're helping him out. They're collaborating. Maybe this leads now down the waters to something else.
That's what I was
maybe they
thinking
do
too.
they do something like this again. If sales go good, people support this and the sales go good, or maybe they branch out and, listen to the community a little bit and get that, we kind of get that 3/4 scale push into something else. Who knows at the end of the day?
Just keep going with that. Let's think, okay, this takes off, and this deck, people have it already. Now they can do Marble Madness. Now they can do, like you said, maybe Golden T4. So they can start adding different line of games to this deck alone, because this deck is going to be able to do all those. And so now they can just start, New Wave Toys will be making money because they can start adding a new form factor to their line, and then they can start using Glenn's deck. Glenn's going to be making money because he can still sell his deck, and he probably have this reskinned for different games. So I think this might be a step in that direction. Okay, they get used to doing this. Okay, now maybe they can start making a little larger machines. So maybe baby steps.
Yeah, and I honestly think, even though we may have disappointments because we're hardcore into this hobby, I think this is going to be a huge seller for New Wave Toys. And so I could kind of see why they would want this in retail, because if you think about this, maybe as a gift for your husband who's a big golfer, like this is something you can put in your office, quote unquote desk shit, as people talk about.
Yeah, 100%.
For the golfer who loves Golden Tee, they're not going to really care too much about what version of game it is. And then to have the ability to plug this control deck in the office and, into your TV or whatever, and have, I bet, I think this will sell a lot, even though it's not exactly something I was hoping for. I do think they'll sell this. And
I just really want to see somebody play it though, and this shoot it into a wall.
Yeah. Your point, think about what it opens up for Glenn and New Wave Toys. What if Future Cabs isn't just this particular deck? What if Glenn releases a line of decks that can be used with any of their replicades? So you can have arcade accurate controls for all those other ones, because some of the criticism's been like, oh, we don't really play them, they're just for looks. Well, now you could actually legitimately play them, right? If you've got wireless control decks that replicate the real arcade experience.
A fantastic comment, and it pairs great with Paul Mindeman. And this is kind of what I'm thinking here. There's no nostalgia and a lap game, just none. I'm sure it'll sell, but then it'll sit and not get played. Arcades, you walk up and start, and I think that's like kind of like the battle of like, who likes what, kind of like, is this for casuals, hardcores? There's so many different ways and possibilities. I guess it's a new way to play. I mean, no one's taking this control deck by any means, and they're gonna play it on that little screen. I don't see that happening.
Let me spin off of that a little bit, because when I got into this hobby, I had two options. I went into Sam's Club. I can get an NBA Jam full cab, and then I could get a At Games Legends control deck that had everything in it with the built-in, with the puck and everything, right? So I walked in. The first thing I was going to go for was the At Games thing, because I'm sitting there going, well, this will get me started. This has a bunch of games, and it's small, and it won't take up a lot of room, right? So you got those people. Then my wife said, why don't you just get the big one? I didn't even think it was an option. I was like, are you serious? Because it had the stool, everything. Blew my freaking mind. That was my first cab. I bought that. I started playing 3 games and stuff like that. I got bored of it pretty quick. You know what I mean? And then I go, I really want that At Games deck. So I turned around and went and bought that too. So it's just two different things, because you have the full cab and you can play it. But then when you go, I want more of this experience, this gives you an option to have both. So not saying that one, you have nostalgia for one thing, but when you get to a point where you want to play more games, having a smaller unit where you can do that helps, because then I started playing with it and getting into the hacking stuff and started adding things like that. So it's still it's not just the nostalgia as being able to just play them. So this gives you an option to play. And maybe there's a lot of people who are in apartments and Cornercade, you're always talking about space. You're going to freaking move one of your freaking master bedroom to shove these things in for crying out loud. there's people who don't even have that option. That I know, like Biggie D and stuff. He's talking like he's running out of space. We run out of space. This is a good option for that. And if these are playable, we could put a line. Just think if we could put a shelf of these lined up, and you can switch, put a little HDMI switcher, and you have your deck right there, and you can switch between them, and you could have your like miniature arcade right there, and you have the arcade look, and then you can push it up to a big TV, and you got your decks. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's options. This is options. It's better to have more options than less.
100%. Like, you want to be able to have, like we could play these, my friend said to me, like, I can play any game on, whatever ROG Ally I got, but like
Yeah,
an
I got one of those.
arcade 1-up, it's a different option to play that same game. And I always tell him, and that's the nostalgia kind of building the atmosphere where it's like, it's nice to walk up to a Mortal Kombat cab and play Mortal
fighting
Kombat.
Games, no doubt. Fighting games,
turn
no doubt.
around,
And
play something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the
I
interesting thing, this is New Wave Toys' first real multicade, right? Like, because while they've had, the other ones may have had 2 games on them you can select from, it's only been up to 2. And now you have one with 6, which I will say, having played this on the arcade 1-up, all 6 are identical. They just have different courses. There's no difference in the game whatsoever.
It's golf with more golf. And some more golf.
Yeah, and
guess
it's
what,
not
guys?
like
golf.
they added a bunch of stuff in later versions. It literally is the same graphics, the same everything. It's just a different course. So
Are they roster updates?
no.
Wow, don't even get roster updates.
It'd be cool if there was weather in there, like some courses had rain or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
They just say it's raining and it's not.
They definitely do that on the later versions of Golden Tee, right? The weather changes and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Get
part
electrocuted.
Of the fun.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is right here. This is what we're getting, guys. We're not getting the 3/4 scale. It's going to be classic New Wave Toys coming in hot. I think that's what we kind of all assumed and figured, right, when we started getting some of these images leaked, and with the control panel, which is kind of something new. This is something new that New Wave Toys hasn't done before. So that's cool. I think this is cool. At the end of the day, I think it's cool. It's not something that when we first heard the leaks of like a possible full size XL 3/4 scale. I mean, that's where we're really getting hyped. All the possibilities. We're kind of back to the same game, but it is what it is. What are we gonna do? We can't all get a 3/4 scale food fight. So
Yep. Yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, I think they'll sell a ton, but
These things go up in value anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people get one, open it up, play with it. They'll get another one to sell it or collect it or whatnot.
And then it sits on a shelf, and that's about it.
You get your money back, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
So chat, let us know. Let us know real quick, chat. Hit a 1 in the chat if you guys are interested in this product and you're gonna pre-order this. I mean, we talked about some of the prices floating out there. It looks like it's gonna be $428 to pre-order. So it looks like you're, for lack of a better word, $100 more. You can get the arcade 1-up version, all in kind of thing.
Is that with shipping? With the shipping, you including the shipping costs?
Yeah, that was including the shipping, right?
Yeah, so if you use the coupon code, you're going to save $80 on the bundle to get it down to $320, and then you're going to pay the $80 plus tax, and you're back.
There's your free shipping.
Yeah,
there's your free shipping now, Danny.
Okay.
So breaking news: Derm Master, who buys all this stuff, he says he's already ordered. So, Todd's already ordered his. So
there you go.
That gives you he buys all that stuff. So I don't know if I have to ask him tonight if he's getting Glenn's deck with that too. So we know somebody in the community that's already going to get one.
I think it's going to sell because you've got, like you said, the hardcore New Wave Toys collectors are definitely going to add this. I think it sells to, like I said, the office golfer who wants a Golden Tee in his office. Like, this is a great way to do it. Again, the overhype of what we thought Glenn and Shiloh would bring us based on 5 months of rumors, right? Set them up for a hard bar to cross. There's a lot of anticipation on what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Whose fault do you think that is? I mean, where did that start that they were going to build a whole big one? Because that started a while ago, and I'm like,
it came out of Cleveland, the Cleveland Gaming Expo, and I think it was Tech Buzz started like his discussion with Shiloh was that they were going to do a full scale or near full scale, and then it obviously just got spread around from there until we got the Golden Tee rumor from Michael B, and then obviously then everybody thought, hey, we were going to get a full size Golden Tee out of it. But
in this chat, we got 52 people in here, guys. Please give this video a like if you haven't. I have 0 ones on the board. Now, again, this community is a little bit different, but maybe this is targeting a new person. I don't know. But right now, we've got nobody that's really truly interested that has voiced their opinion in on this product. So
yeah,
at least there's a little bit of market research here out of the 54 people that are watching. I mean, are you going to get it, James, Gamer Fridge?
No, I'm not getting this.
I'm not going to instantly say no, but it's definitely more leaning not that way. I mean, I still have that coupon I'm sitting on from the scratch and dent sale, so I could get it for a little cheaper, but
Yeah,
I just
I do have
paid
a coupon
$500
too,
for a Golden Tee with the same games. In fact, with 2 more games, Shuffle Shot and Bowling, which I'll probably never ever play Shuffle Shot, but the bowling I've played a few times with the wife. Looks like Biggie D says he might get it, so he's on that list.
Shuffle golf.
Thor KC's on that list too. He put a 1 up in here.
Yeah.
Paul Miniman
so I'm definitely
says
considering it. I think it looks good. It's the game lineup I'm frustrated with myself.
Yeah, if you have a coupon, I mean, these things don't generally go on sale, so you kind of got to get it if you want it. So if you have that coupon, that's going to obviously help. But I mean, you'd be near almost $1,000 for Golden Tee.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like at that point, I'd rather just get a real arcade.
And they're games that
I'll just go a little bit more and get the real thing.
Probably won't play that much, right? Because they're all identical, just with the different courses. And will I really I would probably literally never play the New Wave Toys version. So for me, there's not the value would be just having the miniature replica of Golden Tee.
Well, and here's the thing. So, Nate says if Arcade 1UP released something like this, half the YouTubers would be posting nonstop hate on this because each company has established themselves in different forms. So like Arcade 1UP is 3/4 scale XL. If you release a Partycade, that sure, why not, kid? New Wave Toys is about, the 3/4, the miniature, the little 1/6 scale, 16 scale, what do they call it? That's what they're about. So like when you have to compare that what they make, you don't walk in a Taco Bell and say, hey, do you guys have this pizza? Like that's not how they don't make pizza. They make tacos. So
unless you're in a split one, they have those split ones.
Okay, you're right. Yeah. Those still a thing. We want to talk about retro nostalgia. There you go.
Yes.
But they both make arcades, both make food kind of thing. But that's the difference at the end of the day. So yes, Arcade 1UP would get slandered for this because it wouldn't be real controls. It wouldn't be done properly. You saw the Pac-Man and Mortal Kombat little retro crap desk stuff that they put out. Garbage. Like they tried to do that, and I get it. It's a totally different price point. It was only $100, something you could quick grab in Kohl's. I understand that. And Arcade 1UP, you guys can do that till the cows come home, but then you gotta come out. You gotta come out with new product. You can't just be like, hey, our release. What was those things called? That wasn't a Partycade. That was a Collectorcade.
Collectorcade.
Yeah. Our big release is gonna be a Miss Pac-Man Collectorcade this year, guys. Go get it at Kohl's. But so that's why these companies get slandered sometimes, and given the fact that just 2 different things. I think this is pretty cool for New Wave Toys. At the end of the day, I think my initial reactions, guys, you saw it live, you saw our reactions here. I think it's cute. It's like interesting. It's a little form factor. It's got that DMD display. Like it looks cool. Like it brings a smile to my face. And then with this deck, it's cool. Is it for me? Probably not. I got to be honest with you. If New Wave Toys were to send one for review kind of thing where I didn't have a skin in the game and I played it, I'd probably give it high reviews. I think it'd be really cool. But I don't think personally that this is all worth what they're asking 100%. Like that's just, and I'm sure the quality's there. That's not a knock against Glenn. That's not a knock against New Wave Toys. I want the 3/4 scale. I want to build an atmosphere. And I think this would be cool if, I was playing on TV and hitting the ball. I'm like, what's kind of dope? Like we said, putting it on a big projector screen or a big 85-inch TV and having fun at a party or something, like passing this thing around, taking turns or whatever. Like that'd be kind of cool. Who knows? And again, we talked about the portability of this as well. Like Arcade 1UPs are not portable at all. What? Then you have a party cade, but no one's bringing your party cades over. Like this is, you could put this little thing in your pocket and you could, tuck the little control deck underneath your hand, grab an HDMI cable and you're out the door kind of thing. Like that. That's kind of cool of that notion. You could bring this to parties or events or, you can, maybe bars can have this, who knows? Like the possibility is endless. You talked about offices and stuff like that. That there's cool stuff here. So.
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think we all really wanted to see a 3/4 or full-size arcade and New Wave Toys take it to Arcade 1UP and have some real competition in this space. I think that's the big disappointment for me, is that that's not this. But I do see the place for this in the market. It's just, I know we all wanted that big one. So with that, I am going to end my stream because I actually have some place to be. So if you guys keep going, I'll watch it on my way home, and I appreciate everybody joining.
100%. Yeah, you're good, man. We were gonna go an hour with this thing, and look at, we're right there. So I appreciate it. Final thoughts. Do you have any final thoughts before you get out of here?
No, I mean, just really that. I think, like I said, my big thing is, I do think this will be a hit for both of them, but I am a little disappointed in the game lineup. And again, disappointed we didn't get a real competition for Arcade 1UP out of this. But who knows? Maybe if this does well, maybe there is a follow-up that is that, right? Maybe they're also working on something else. We don't know. And so I wish them both well. I know it'll be first class for them. And fans of New Wave Toys and Glenn's will be happy with this. But biggest disappointment for me, like I said, it's not the price. I think that's a fair price for considering the normal cost New Wave Toys goes for, and Glenn's controller. I think that's a pretty good deal, especially if you use that discount code. It's just, I wanted Golden T4. I was going to buy this immediately. Golden T4, because that's the one I want to have in my house. Without going and buying a real one for $2,000, right? So
now you're thinking. It's got you thinking. You're like, I don't know. Gamer Fridge, what about you?
Yeah, I like you said, everybody wanted the bigger version of this. I think we already have these games. I think they got the wrong game. If they would have got Silver Strike, nobody would be talking. Wouldn't care about the size. If they, I think if they would have went with, if they could have somehow gotten that. We've just been whatever. We don't care what size it is because we want something new. This isn't new. So I think that's a big disappointment. It's a new form factor, like I said, but it just feels like it's the year of the rehash, right? This is just another version of what we have. And I think that's a big disappointment. Now, the people who collect New Wave Toys, this is great for them. So they're gonna buy this no matter what. Todd just texted me. He said he's buying that and the deck. So people who like Glenn stuff, so it makes sense for them. It doesn't make sense for our community. So they're trying to expand, and like you said, this might people who are really into golf. This is going to sell to them. They're trying to expand. Nobody's really looking out for us right now. So it just seems like we're gonna. They say if you buy, you buy. We got people who will. So that's where the disappointment comes in. So we're just still waiting for something big this year, and I guess this isn't it.
Still waiting, and that's okay. It's still keeping on. It's like Arcade 1UP. Like I said last night, guys, it seems like they're just a Q4 company now, and it stinks. Either that or waiting until they get sold, and then
problem Q4 ends in like March of next year.
Yeah, well, they like last year they came out with 10 rehashes in October. And that's when they were getting everything in right before the holiday. So I don't know if that's going to be the same kind of motto now. I don't agree with it because it leaves everybody hanging for a whole year, but it is what it is. I feel like there's a lot of like just downward wane and not excitement for home arcade and home arcade products, especially Arcade 1UP, who is the driving force in that. Especially with like other companies not really doing their thing. At Games now is kind of shifting over to pinball, which is obviously they're knocking that out of the park. So that's real cool. New Wave Toys still doing their thing with the 1/16 scale now, no 3/4 scale from New Wave Toys, but that's okay. I mean, we kind of expected this. Kind of is what it is. At the end of the day, as far as that goes, it's cool. It's cool, but I'm not. It's not for me. At the end of the day, like it's not for me at that price point. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Golden Tee that we ordered recently from Kohl's, guys. That should be here at the Cornercade in 5 days, guys. But yeah, James got to get out. Guys, go check out Gamer Fridge's channel. Go check out James Hates Everything. If you didn't see it on his stream, you can rewatch it. All of our streams, we're here live in the building, guys. That's my final thoughts. That's their final thoughts. We're gonna let you guys go. Get out of here, guys. Leave a comment down below. What do you think of this New Wave Toys big golden T 3D reveal? You get to vote on your marquee that you want in there. A lot of cool stuff, guys. I appreciate you two guys coming out. And James, I appreciate you having me on the stream. Looks like James is frozen, but that's okay, guys. We will see everybody in the next one. Guys, give us a like on the way out. Peace, love.
That's what I do.
Enjoy your games, guys. Love it. See you guys later.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Until next time, have fun.